Today I'm going to share with you exactly how I made $21,000 using just YouTube with around 2,700 subscribers and only 13,000 views. But actually, I'll be honest with you, most of those came from YouTube Shorts, which is basically cheating. Those don't really matter. Those are vanity metrics, and long form content is the views that matter. And that in total didn't get more than about 1,000 or 2,000 views. And as you can see, the Stripe screenshot of my $21,000 in my bank account. So today I'm going to share with you the exact process that I use. I'm going to break down the entire funnel, the entire framework, you name it, everything you need to know to basically go out there and make money on YouTube with very little, if not zero subscribers at all. So let's dive in and share some sauce with y'all. Your biggest problem as an entrepreneur, okay, won't ever be your offer, your market, or even your deliverables. It will be trust, especially heading into 2025 and moving forward. It will be trust, getting people to believe what you say to be true, and giving value first just so happens to be the easiest way to make that happen. For context, YouTube is pretty good at that. Now, there's a 7-hour rule, which most people should know of, which means that on average it takes 7 hours of consumed content for prospects to turn into closed customers. So the more value you can give and the more content you can get someone to watch, the more you can nurture them, the easier it becomes to close. So if you're somebody who wants to learn how to deal with less objections, how to have people come to you, and how to work with clients that you actually want to work with, listen up, because this is going to be for you. The other day, I asked my current Valuepreneur members how long it took until they clicked subscribe on my YouTube account. Some of them said weeks, some of them said months. This means that my current customers that I currently serve now and work with didn't respond to my initial marketing. Some not for weeks, some not for months. And this is why if you rely on direct marketing, you miss out on 97% of the market that isn't yet ready to buy right now. That's what we call out of market. The 3% of people that are ready to buy what we call in market. The rest of the people are out of market. And so if you're doing something I call direct marketing, which is where you only try and target the people that are ready to buy now, you miss out on 97% of the market. That's a lot of people you're missing out on. Like a fuck ton of people, okay? But if you start planting your seeds and giving value first using YouTube, when your flowers blossom, you cash in. So let me give you a bit of an analogy. Hunting versus farming. Okay, so there's a hunter. He's always worried about his next meal. If he doesn't hunt, do outbound, he goes hungry. He must expend energy to hunt. Okay, so he has to actually use energy and resources to go out there and get clients. He has no leverage and provides no value to the marketplace. No bueno. Versus the farmer. The farmer has 6 months of food ready to go whenever. He plants his seeds with patience. The food comes to him so he never goes hungry. He expends little energy to actually harvest. He easily creates leverage, and he waters his seeds before he ever eats his fruit. Let me ask you this. Out of this little analogy I've just given you here, which would you rather be, the hunter or the farmer? If you said the farmer, listen up. Here's the traditional framework that most people use to sign clients. It goes something like this. They get attention or traffic, they get eyeballs. Okay, so if you don't have eyeballs, you can't make money. So whether that's via ads, cold email, cold DM, cold call, etc., it doesn't matter. They funnel all this attention to get people to book a call. Here's the problem though, is at any given moment, only about 3% of the market is ready to buy, which means that in theory, about 3% of the people would only book a call, which means that 97% of the people that you actually reach out to are unreceptive. As a matter of fact, the stats are even lower than that. More than 97% say no to your initial offer of booking a call. Why? Because right now, they don't want it. They are what we call out of market. Okay? And so you try and get people to book a call, you get on a sales call with them. If they say yes, you close and you make money. If they say no, you wasted your time and energy and money, and you try again, you go back to reaching out to more people. As you can see, this model doesn't work very well, and you don't have any leverage at all. But here's the new model, okay, which I'll share with you in a second. Give you a quick little fun fact, which just backs up the statistic I've been sharing with you. Without a need, there is no demand. Typically, only around 3 to 5% of your market are in market at any given time, with 95+% being future buyers who are out of market and won't consider buying or changing what you have for months or even years to come, which means that if you are only trying to get people to buy now, you miss out on most of the market. Therefore, by not inputting the framework that I call the value first framework, you're missing out on 95% of the deals that you could be freaking closing. The flip side of this is that if you do implement this, you can scale your business by 20x, like literally by 20 fucking x, if not more, okay? So here's the value first framework, which I will zoom in a bit, hopefully, so you can see. You can't zoom in, so let me pause and show this. Okay, so here's the value first framework. Same concept. It has to start with getting attention and traffic. Okay? If you don't have eyeballs on your offer, you're not going to make money. So whether this is ads, cold email, cold DM, cold call, content, it actually doesn't really matter. For the sake of this, obviously I did YouTube, I did content, but you can do whatever. Then what you do is you plant your seeds. You give value. Now, the reason why we give value first, not only to differentiate ourselves from everyone else in the market and stand out and not be saturated, but it's mainly for the fact that we can give value to 100% of the market. Even if somebody isn't in market, even if they're out of market, they can always get value. You can always give value to people, because that doesn't, like, it doesn't matter if they're working with somebody else or not, or if they have a problem or not, you can still give value, okay? And so you can do this in form of lead magnets, content, free calls, trainings, etc. It doesn't matter. But we give value first so that we can capture 100% of the market, which means that we have 20x more leads or potential prospects to work with. We then funnel the people that we've just given value to into a place where we own the attention. Now, for the sake of this, I've just said school. You don't have to use school. If you want to use school, you can use my affiliate link. I'll even help you set up your school committee. Click down below. But you want to funnel this to a place where you own the attention. Here's the cool thing. You can use anything for this. You can use Facebook groups, you can use Circle, you can use school, you can use Discord. You could use whatever the fuck you want. You could even just make them follow your Instagram account for all I care. The point is you can even get them on a newsletter. The point is you want to funnel this attention to a place where you own it. And what I mean by own the attention, you want to funnel this attention to a place where you can control when they hear from you. Simple as that, right? Where you can control when they hear from you, preferably at scale, which is why we like communities, because when you have a community, you control when you post. And when you post, everyone that's in your community will see the post. Therefore, you control when they hear from you. Very simple. It's also leverage, because you don't have to send it out to 1,000 people. Same with newsletter, right? You don't have to send it out to each and every single person. You send it one, it goes up to everybody. So you want to get something that's leverage where you own the attention, okay? Now, once you've owned the attention, you have people in a place where you can give value whenever you want to start to educate and nurture them. Now, the reason why we do this is most people aren't even problem aware, and most people aren't even in markets. And so if we try and go for the close right away, we try and go for the, we're a hunter, we're trying to shoot the fucking rabbit right away, we miss. The way I like to look at this is, imagine if you're fishing. And there's two types of fishers. One is fishing in the river with a spear. And he's just standing there trying to like spear the perfect fish. The other guy just throws a huge net over the river. And he gets a bunch of fish in the net and he brings all the fish on shore and then he finds the perfect one. Who's going to catch more fish? And who's going to catch more fish of the fish they actually want? Well, the guy who throws the net, because he has a bigger group. And it's the same with this. Instead of trying to go for the close, the kill right away, like the stupid fisherman with the spear right away, what we want to do is we want to get a big group of people and just start to nurture them, educate them, give them value. Okay, and so this is done in the form of typically content. You can give them trainings, you can give them calls, you can give them attention, which would be in the form of, the one-to-one scenarios, whatever the case is. You just want to educate them and nurture them. Okay, and the more you do this, the more people will start to come to you. And this is why this funnel is so amazing, because people start to come to you, and they come to you already knowing what you do and already knowing you, liking you, and trusting you, which are the three things you need to have in order to make a sale: know, like, and trust. And so when you've given value for so long without even making an ask, when these people start to come to you, they're already ready to buy. They already want to buy, because they know what you do. You've given them so much value. They've helped you out. And now, because, once again, here, only about 3% of people are ready to buy. But if you just give value and own the attention, at some point or another, everybody's going to want to buy. And since you captured 100% of the market here, eventually people will come around. And so now you have people start coming to you, okay, which is why I call a no BS authentic value funnel. You get inbound appointments, and then you hop on sales calls. Okay, here's what happens. If you close them, woohoo, you make money. Phenomenal. You can go serve the people. If you don't, it's fine. You just give them value and re-nurture them here, and they stay in your ecosystem forever. And so you have leveraged, not finite, but leveraged inputs. Because now when you do one input, instead of just getting one possible return, you have many possible returns. Okay? And so now you're starting to create leverage in your business and starting to get inbound appointments, which is what everybody wants. Okay? So that's the value first framework that I've used to go from having only a couple thousand subscribers and a couple thousand views to making 21K in a month, is using that framework right there. Instead of trying to go for the book a call right away, we give value first. We nurture and own the attention, and we turn this attention into qualified appointments that are all inbound, may I add. Okay, so let me share with you how you can give value first, okay, because there's a bit of steps here, which is step number one. You have to create attention and then scale through leverage. So attention just refers to eyeballs. You can generate attention via content, ads, outbound, etc. It doesn't matter. If in my case, I used YouTube, but you can use whatever. And pro tip, you don't need millions of eyeballs, because we aren't going to waste 95% of the market, okay? If you're only closing 1% of the market, then yes, you need millions of views. But if you're capturing 100% of the market, if you even get 100 views, that's 100 potential prospects you can now work with. That's a lot of fucking people, which is why 100 views is actually quite good. Okay, so we're going to take advantage of 100% of the market, provide value first. This means you can scale with a very small audience, which is the beauty of starting with zero. Even if you have 0 subscribers, 0 views, you post one video, gets 10 views, that's 10 prospects you can now potentially work with. And that's 10 prospects you've given value to. And that's 10 prospects you've now gotten a step closer to working with. Okay? Step number 2 is once you've created attention, you now need to give value. Okay? Value can only be received when it is consumed. So here we're optimizing for consume value, not perceived value. I have a whole nother video on this. You can go watch it later if you want. But we want to optimize for consumption over anything else. So how we give value is dependent on our attention mechanism. Okay. So if you're doing ads, you're probably going to give value in the terms of a free lead magnet or a free call or a free training, a free course, etc. Okay. If you're on YouTube, the content itself is already the value plus other resources you give. So I run this currently still. If you look, this YouTube video is hopefully giving you value. And if you want more value from me, you can join my free community down below. You can get access to my free value first scaling framework and hop on free calls with me where I answer all of your questions and audit what you're doing, rewrite your scripts, etc. Okay, so you can click the link down below and do that for free. So that right there is like what you could do. Okay. So double whammy, double the value. Okay. And for context, my school community is a place for me to own the attention. Wow. I've just exposed myself in my funnel. Okay? If you're doing outbound, the attention you give someone is the value, like you giving them attention, and then the quality of advice. So for example, a free strategy session, or maybe you give them a free Loom audit, or maybe a free training, or a free SOP, whatever the case is, that is the value. Okay? Now, the list goes on. Okay? Like, the point of value isn't just confined to one singular thing. Rather, it is anything that your prospects ascribe value to. I've made a whole other video talking about how to give value to people, but like value in and of itself is something that somebody else ascribes meaning to. And so, for example, me giving you this pen, for some people could be really valuable if they needed a pen. For other people, not. And so, it's not to say this pen isn't valuable. It's who is this pen valuable to? Okay? So the point is like anything can be valuable if it's given to the right person. Okay, and so some other examples of valuable things you could give is you can give a free tutorial video, a free strategy session, a free audit, a free service provided. Okay, you could write them a Google review, or you could do a Google review campaign for them. You can give them a genuine compliment, a free course, a free training, a social media follow. The list goes on and on and on. Value isn't confined to one singular thing. It's an abundance of things that somebody ascribes meaning to. And guess what? A lot of people ascribe meaning to a genuine compliment. If right now a girl came up to you and said, "Hey man, you look absolutely beautiful, and you look really handsome and big," you'd be really happy, right? Well, wake up. This is you're not dreaming, buddy. That's not going to fucking happen. I'm playing. You look beautiful. Okay? Anyways, we digress. So, quick little tip here is make sure you remove all barriers to consuming the value. Okay? So, like, remove the opt-ins. But Stefan, but shut the fuck up. Remove the opt-ins. Just give. Just give. Like, I promise you what you're charging for, what you're trying to opt in for is already out there for free. So just give more. Like, let me share some real fucking sauce with y'all. I was talking to Andrew Kirby a couple days ago, and the thing he said to me and to everybody else in the group was basically that the number one most important thing nowadays is attention. Whoever has the most attention has the most money. I mean, look at Alex Hormozi. Look at all the big YouTubers like Mr. Beast, right? The people who have the most attention make the most money. It's that simple. And so the more attention you can get, the more money you can make. And just so happens to be that the more value you give, the more attention you get because more people pay attention. For context, I was scared to share this on YouTube because this framework, this whole philosophy, this entire document, I thought was so valuable. I didn't want to share it with anyone unless they, opted in to join my school committee. But I said, fuck it, I'll give it away for free. Okay, so I'm trying to do what I preach. Okay, and just a quick little reminder that these things will be only valuable if your prospects value it. So just make sure you ask yourself, what does my prospect want, and then give them that. Right? Like, if I was teaching you how to manage your reputation online, most of you probably wouldn't give a fuck because you're not a local business. But if I'm teaching you how to get make money via YouTube and those subscribers, you probably value that, which is why I hope you value this video. Okay. Step number 3 is you got to own the attention. Okay, this is where the funnel comes into place. Owning the attention is when you collect some form of contact information from the person. This allows you to build a list that you own. You can start planting your seeds. Here's a few different ways that you can actually own the attention. Number 1, lead magnets. Okay, prospect gives an email in exchange for value. Number 2 is outreach farming. All the accounts that you've ever messaged, you add them all to a list. Okay. Number 3, a free community. You invite leads and prospects to join a free community that you own, aka school. Or number 4 is a social media account. You post content, build a following, get people to follow you there. That's just some examples. There's more. The point is you want, or you just want to own their attention in a place where you can control when they see what you have, so you can start to educate and nurture them. Which is step number 4: nurture and educate attention. Once you have your attention owned in the form of subscribers, followers, email list, community, etc., you must focus on these 3 things: educating them, providing value; building trust, which is showing results; and then making sure they never forget who you are and what you do, which is consistency. Okay? Here's the thing. Imagine you like a girl. There's a beautiful, sexy lady that you just love, and you've loved her forever, but she's got a boyfriend. You have 2 options. You have 3. You could be a homewrecker and fuck that relationship up, which I don't recommend and I don't condone, so don't do that. You could block her and say, fuck that bitch. She want to be with another man, fine. I don't give a fuck. She can go do what she wants to do. Fuck her, okay? And you can never talk to her again, and so be it, okay? Or you could do the 3rd option, which I think is the best option, which is you don't invade, you don't home wreck, but you make sure you stay in touch. Maybe you wish her a happy birthday. Maybe you just follow each other on Instagram, okay? Maybe on Snapchat. And you like her post and she likes your post. And you just keep posting. You just stay in the back of her mind, okay? You don't do anything bad. You just stay in the back of her mind, okay? And so eventually, when shit hits the fan and her boyfriend dumps her, she dumps her boyfriend, whatever it is, guess what? She's now thinking of you because you've stayed consistent and you've been there the entire time. Not actively, but passively, just being there in the back of her head. Like, yeah, that guy. And it's the same with your prospects. Your prospects right now may not need you. They may be doing well. They may be working with other companies, doesn't matter. But eventually, at some point or another, somebody's going to need what you want. Or somebody's going to break up with the company. Or someone's going to, want to make a change. And guess what? Guess who they're going to go to? They're going to go to the person that they think of. And so you want to be the first person to think of by staying consistent. Okay? So the best way is to have funneled everyone into a free school community. Why school? I can make a whole video on that. But typically, school gives you everything you need to do to convert the most amount of prospects. It's the best platform out there to essentially convert people. It's literally like a newsletter that people can interact with each other, and you can also give even more value to than just newsletter. It's phenomenal. You can even send emails with inside school. It's incredible. Okay, there's a whole other list of things. So once again, if you want me to help you set up your school community, click the link down below. You can do a free trial and I'll help you set it up. Okay, so here's a breakdown of how to educate inside of a community. Classroom content in school. Okay, you give courses, trainings, SOPs, etc. Inside my school, if you want to access them, I have an entire course talking about the Value First framework. I have trainings on how to set up YouTube channels, etc. And then I have all my agency SOPs, right? Every SOP I've ever used from agencies, all in there for free. Calls, once a week, I have Q&A calls. You can jump on and ask me anything. Value posts, okay? Make value posts, like just make posts that give value to help each other out. And number 4 is engagement. Interact with your community, right? I see a lot of people like, oh, I have such a big ego. I'm too good for these people. No, you're not. Right? If you want to educate and nurture your audience, you have to engage with them, which is why every single person that joins my school community, every single person I send a personalized message to, and I hold conversations with every single one of them in the DMs. Also, every single person that makes a post inside my school community, I answer. So if you want me to answer your stuff literally one-on-one, like I will do that. Just join and talk to me. I love talking to people who can be my potential customers. Like I love it. There's no better thing you could do. Okay, now step number 5, or actually, oh my bad, there's more stuff. Challenges. Okay, you can host challenges and respond to DMs and solve problems. Okay, for context, if you don't have a community, you can like or comment on your prospect social media, send them content of you or even someone else. The point is just to stay in touch regularly so they don't forget about who you are. An email list also works well. The point is just like stay in touch so they don't forget about you. Okay, because otherwise this attention has gone to waste. You want to make sure the attention doesn't go to waste. Step number 5 is the no BS value funnel. Okay, now here's the thing. As you deliver value, people will start to come to you. It's just how it works. It's the rule of reciprocity. The more you give, the more you get. Okay? And we do this using a no BS value funnel. You can watch mine. Go watch my VSL if you need inspiration. When you join my free community, there'll be a link. You can look at my paid one, my mastermind. Okay? Balance their attentions and let people book in at free will with constant reminders. Like, hey man, if you want me to implement this for you so you can insert dream outcome, schedule a call here. Right? It's very subtle. It's not this hard, stupid, shitty marketing that a lot of people do nowadays. It's very subtle, very authentic. Okay, where it's like, hey man, like if you want me to help you with this, just like join here. Right? I do this inside my free community all the time. People are like, oh, I want to get more clients. I'm like, hey man, if you want me to work with you one-on-one to get more clients using YouTube or scale your agency, click here. We can have a chat and see if my mastermind will be a good fit for you. And it's super chill. It's not super salesy. It's just super chill. Okay, super chill. And the cool thing is, people will start to come to you. Right? People will start to come to you after you've given them so much value, and they're already nurtured at this point because they've watched so much of your content, they've consumed so much of the value, they've been so educated because they've gone through this entire funnel. Step number 6, which is the last one. Instead of using stupid bullshit sales tactics that gave sales reps a bad name in the first place. We can now start value selling. Okay, and since people are coming to us, they already want to buy because they're coming to us, and they already know you, like you, trust you, which means the sale is not really even a sale. It's just you trying to figure out if this thing could work well for them. So instead of scamming people on calls, all we do is provide some golden nuggets here or there, okay, so give some advice, and ask if they want more. And when they say yes, we simply give them what they want. They're okay, well, you want more? Well, here. My mastermind has 6x weekly calls. I have daily calls in there, right? I have one-on-one support. I do one-on-one calls, right? When you join, you get 3 hours of one-on-ones as well, yada, 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 right? So, yeah, if you want to see me do this live and see what one of these calls looks like, join my free community. And when you feel like it, you can book a call with me and see how these calls go, okay? So that's that. That is how I made $21,000 on YouTube with very little subs and very little views as well, and how you can copy the exact same framework. Now, two quick things. Number one, if you want this document, join my free school community. You can get access to all this stuff for free in there. Number two is if you want me to help you, set up your YouTube channel for you or even with you, help you figure out what YouTube videos you should make, how to script them, how to title them, how to make the thumbnails, and how to even just set up a YouTube channel so you can start getting clients. Click the link down below. Click the link down below. Join my free school community. Send me a DM. Let me know that you want me to help you out with that stuff. We'll hop on a call, see what we can do, and help you start getting clients through YouTube. So that is that. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, join my school and ask me. I DM everybody. I answer everybody. So, yeah. Peace. Catch you in the next one.